I'm Alistair Hullett. This is how to crank flip. Woo! First things first with crank flips is you want to make sure your cranks can spin really smooth and consistently. So you need to be able to give it one quick push and it go all the way around. Pretty basic idea of it. If you are having troubles with your cranks spinning, you might have your cone too tight, your chain might be too tight, or there might not be a spacer between the actual bottom bracket and the sprocket. The basic steps of learning crank flips is you can learn them with your back foot. There is a way to make this work where you put your foot on the crank arm and you kick, but it's a lot less consistent and a lot harder to learn this way. The best way to learn is with your front foot. Now, your front foot, the way it wants to sit is about here. So, the middle of your foot actually on the pedal. When you do that, you'll feel your foot gripping really tightly on it. So when you go to the crank flip, drop your front foot down and push back. Your front foot does all the work in this trick. It's simple as that. The front foot throws and the front foot catches. Like that. Something you're going to want to do is when you're learning, you're going to want to start by doing them not even hop, just, you get on your bike and you push like that. That's how you're going to want to start learning them. Get that consistent. Then the way I personally started learning it was I would do almost like nollie crank flips but not take my front wheel off the floor. So the way to do this is just lean forwards onto your front wheel and just kick. So you sort of push your back foot down, and as your back foot goes down, push your toes down and flick back. And you get the idea. Now the hop crank flip it's easier once you get the idea of it, and it won't be consistent when you're learning it. So when I was learning crank flips, I put shin pads on, which helped a lot because I did shin myself a lot. I learned them on plastics and they pretty much had no pins. Learning them on pedals with no pins does take away the risk of getting really bad shinners, but it also gives you the risk of not having enough grip and slipping your foot back, which is quite a horrible thing to do. So if you do ride metal pedals, wear shin pads when learning it, because it is an absolutely horrifying thing to have all the flesh gone from your shins. Now the hop section of the crank flip is just a normal bunny hop. You don't need to flat hop, or there's no other techniques to it. It is simply just a bunny hop. So as you go through your bunny hop, you don't need to bring your foot up like this to a slight angle, because your body, the bike, will naturally come up to that angle. So as you hop and your bike comes up, you see your pedals are already there, and as you come up, your foot's positioned nice and flat. As you push up to push yourself forward, you then pull back. While throwing is the easier part, catching is not. So I've seen a lot of people throw and the foot come off altogether. As long as you can catch your front foot, you can land it. So you hop, I need to get that motion down, that quick kick, quick catch. Any other tips? Not really. Let's see. That's pretty much all the tips there is to it. Depending on what sort of trick you're doing, if let's say you're doing a feeble crank flip, if you want to mix it up, angles are all going to be different, and you're just going to have to get used to the different ways of kicking it. So if you're doing it out of a bank, you've got that angle already, so you don't even need to hop as hard, and you can pull back. Out of quarters, that's probably one of the easiest places to learn it, but it's a lot more consistent if you can learn it on flat ground, because then you can learn it on banks, you can learn it on quarters. It's a lot easier to learn. if you are wanting to learn out of the quarter, is simply as you come up, push your foot down and pull, catch your front foot, then the back foot will find its pedal pretty naturally. That's all there is to a crank flip really. They're really basic and really easy. Comment on what the next trick is that you'd like me to give a how-to on, and I'll try and get that done. Anyway, here's some crank flip clips that I've been getting today and a few days recently. A few new tricks I've just learned, so should be pretty cool. Go out, learn them, have fun with them. They're great for making tricks more difficult. Let's say if you're just going to do a half cab, you could do a half cab crank flip. You know, such things like that. Like crank flip to mani rather than just a hop mani. It's simple as that. It can be put into any number of range of tricks that makes them more technically difficult, more fun, and to be perfectly honest, jumping as high as you can and putting out a crank flip, it's really good fun. It's a really good feeling when you just catch it in the air. Alright, that was me, Ali H, and that was my how-to. Subscribe, like and comment.